What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. But today's part 2 from last week's video where we talked about the new selection of emulation and games on the Nintendo Switch Online. Last week was Game Boy and Game Boy Color. This week is Game Boy Advanced. And I believe there are 5 games that are up right now, and there are 6 that are coming soon. Or it could be vice versa. I can't remember. My brain went blank as soon as we started recording. Either way, there's not a very big selection of current games, so I'm including the coming soon games. That way you guys can see what you have in the future. Like I said last week, I'll say it again. I do not think that the Nintendo 64, the Sega Genesis, and the Game Boy Advance is warranted of the higher tier and the higher price. I still think the $20 tier for the year online and also the NES and Super NES is the better of the deals. But that's me.
I'd buy that for $1.
I played a lot more SNES and NES as a kid. I played a lot of Sega, but most of the games I liked with Sega I already have. That's why I don't really think it's that big of a deal. Some people love it. Some people, that's their only option, and more power to you. Whatever floats your boat and sinks your sub, I'm happy for you either way. That's just my opinion, is that if you can, save your money. Anyway, all that aside, all the financial crap aside, these are the games for the Game Boy Advanced. Some of these I've played, some of these I didn't even hear of until now. Hope you guys had a chance to play some of these. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let's get on with it. Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Bros. 3. It's a very long title, but really all it is a better looking Super Mario Bros. 3. If this was your jam back in the day on the NES, or you played it in the All-Stars compilation on the SNES, still just as fun. It just looks much better. I give it a solid 7 out of 10. This is WarioWare Incorporated Mega Micro Games. I'm going to be honest, I cannot stand this game. It's just a collection of these cheesy little quick games, and it's not fun. I may be, totally in the wrong here, but this stuff is not entertaining. It's too fast and it's too basic. So play at your own risk. Feel free to try to change my mind. I don't think you will, though. We have here Kururin. I probably said that wrong, but oh well. I am not linguistics expert. I apologize. This is a very fun, kind of puzzle-esque game. You are in a particular shape and you have to navigate through the mazes. In the very beginning, it's super fun, and then it starts getting frustrating, and you got to learn from your mistakes. Sometimes that's very painful and it's frustrating. Overall, this is like an 8 out of 10 in my book. Very fun. Mario Kart Super Circuit. This is a Mario Kart game. There's not much I can say about these Mario Kart games, except for I absolutely love Mario Kart games. I enjoy racing, but I love Mario Kart games. So instead of babbling on, I'm just going to let you watch this and enjoy. The Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap. Now this game is a Legend of Zelda game. Don't expect anything different. It continues where Four Swords left off, and the Minish Cap is a new ability where Link can shrink down to be tiny, and he can fit through openings when he's Minish size, but certain puddles will be too big for him as a tiny size. So it's kind of like a, do you want to be big or want to be small thing. It's fun. I'll give it that. I enjoyed it, but I'm not going to rant and rave about this game. Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. This is a role-playing game in the same vein as Super Mario RPG and Paper Mario. Once again, just like Golden Sun, if you like RPGs, you're going to love this. If you loved Super Mario RPG, which I did, you will absolutely love this. If you don't like RPGs, this isn't your thing, but the humor is top-notch in these games. They are as funny as they are good to play, in my opinion. So that is the end of the games that are currently available. This is going to start the games that are coming soon. Metroid Fusion. You return as Samus and you have a virus in you now and you have to figure out what's going on. This is in my opinion, a standard Metroid game, what you've come to love and expect from Metroid, and that's not a bad thing. I thoroughly enjoy Metroid games. I have not beaten this game, but I will. If you are a fan of Metroid, you've probably already played this. If not, give it a shot. Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. Now, on the plus side, this is a Kirby game, and most of those are very good. On the downside is that this is one of those games where Nintendo wanted to push the link cable and the multiplayer aspect of the GBA, and you can either play by yourself, but you have 3 other Kirbys following you, and they can help out, but sometimes they don't do anything, or you can link up and play with 4 other people. It's a fun game. The co-op, in my opinion, is not worth it, and it's kind of a mess when you're by yourself, so play at your own risk. This is Fire Emblem. This game is a turn-based tactical simulation game. The story in this game is pretty dang amazing, but where I think it shines are the battles. During the battles, you are on a grid-based map. You have a select number of characters that you can play with. Each character has its own specific class and with their own specific abilities, and you need to figure out which ones mesh the best together in order to defeat your opponent. So come for the story, stay for the battles. F-Zero Maximum Velocity. I love racing games, but this one in particular, it's a bit hard for me to get into. I may be dead wrong, but it feels like this one is extra bumpy, and you just get bumped off of everything, and everything just beats you up. So I really enjoyed the Super Nintendo version. This version, not so much. Golden Sun. Now this is your typical RPG. It's a fantasy-based video game, and you guide characters through a pivotal story and some great battles. This game doesn't reinvent anything. It's, in my opinion, and frankly a lot of people's opinion, a very basic, generic RPG. Now, if you like RPGs, this one is for you. It is fun. It's nostalgic. It reminds me of some of the Secret games and the Final Fantasy games. If you don't like RPGs, this one is not going to change your mind, and you might want to avoid it. So there you have it. There's the list. There's some pretty solid titles in that. My favorite, of course, is Mario Kart. I just love any and all Mario Karts, no matter what system, no matter whatever. Mario Kart is always going to be my favorite. But you got like Metroid Fusion coming. You've got the RPG with the Mario and Luigi Super Saga, all that good stuff. So there's some pretty heavy hitters in there. Let me know in the comments, is this something that you guys are willing to pay the higher tier for if you haven't already? Or is this just not enough to get you to open your wallet? I'd be very interested in finding out if I'm in the wrong or if I'm in the majority here. Anyway, if you get a chance this week, play some games. Doesn't have to be any of these games, but you know, if you could, that'd be great. Just play any game, have some fun. If you want to get a hold of me, you can at retrobengaming@gmail.com. As always, be good people, be good to those around you, and keep on gaming.